Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to this week's episode of Wave Dash. We'll be talking about Capcom Cup, whether porn, alcohol, and other type of 18 plus things should be sponsored inside of eSports. Talking about the DreamHack Melee, so SFAT, Leftfoot, and HBox, as well as League versus Dota. Which one should be the main eSports game?
Also, specific shout out to Adrian, one of our fans. She got us the coolest gifts. Yay. Look at this. But it says, I love Wave Esports, and he's the cutest. Look how happy he is. And also, this Christmas ornament looking thingy. But yeah. Look at that. Look at that.
Fancy. Look at that. Super fancy.
So for our first topic, wait, before we get into the first topic. So we were reviewing the topics today, and we realized that we don't agree on anything.
Not one. Literally not a single thing. And sportsman-like fashion.
Yeah.
We should just duke it out. So, this weekend is going to be Capcom Cup. It's 32 people battling out for $500,000. Esports money, pretty low. Not going to lie. But for fighting game money, it's actually ginormous. It is the biggest pot that I've ever seen for any fighting game tournament ever.
I think just you saying that that's pretty low is such a testament to how far esports has come, because once upon a yesteryear, you would go to tournaments for your entry fee back. So or $100 was crazy money. So to see it for you to even say that, that's kind of wild to me. All right, so who you got winning?
All right, so my two front runners are Infiltration and Snake Eyes. They have been absolutely phenomenal this entire season. They have showed they can play against every bad matchup, and they do it in two different ways. Snake Eyes just grinds every matchup. He just plays every matchup. He just doesn't stop improving. And then Infiltration can play every character in the game at the highest level, and he just counterpicks you and just destroys you. That's it. You don't get a chance sometimes.
I like Momochi and Infiltration. Momochi winning this Evo and having such a stacked, just his bracket in general, every top tier opponent around the world over, and to win that's pretty crazy to me.
Who do you have as being your dark horse, though, that can maybe eke some wins, kill some big top names?
Either Daigo or maybe GamerB. I think GamerB's been on the cusp for so long. I think he's made second at 2 Evos.
Mm-hmm.
And then Daigo. So Daigo's been grinding Evil Ryu, and this is my conspiracy theory, and it hasn't come to fruition just yet. He knows that Evil Ryu is going to be, was going to be the top tier in that game. And I feel like, especially with so much money and Daigo kind of being off the radar, I just think he has something in store for the other 31 players.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. He is... You can never count him out. He's Daigo. He's the beast.
Yeah.
My dark horse, though, is definitely Punko. I love him. He's crazy.
Punko's the best.
I want him to just take his shirt off, run around, beat some crazy person, and then crash a beer can on his head again.
One of these days, Punko is going to have a fucking six-pack. He's going to take his shirt off, and he's just going to be
He's shredded.
So, for the point of the round, who's going to win?
Snake Eyes. For sure.
I like Daigo, man. I know it's wild. I know we have, top 5, I don't know how he's going to get past Momochi and Zian and GamerB and literally everyone. But I have faith in the beast. Daigo's going to take it all. In the very first Wave Dash, you were when Daigo wins Evo, and I was like, oh no. And now I'm saying he's going to win. Now I'm saying he's going to win Capcom Cup. For the second topic of the day, we have DreamHack over in Sweden. We're more focused on the Super Smash Bros. Melee. SFAT called out Leffen for $1,000, and his California brethren also lost $1,000 to Leffen, but he didn't get my bead. He was 5-1. He was not 5-0. It was 5-1. Leffen kind of cleaned house though, and but not enough to make top 8 in the bracket. He got taken out by another Samus. I think he got taken out by Duck and West Balls. That was the one. That was the two who took him out before he made top 8. He went on to tweet that, "Hey, this is my hardest hit I've ever took in my melee career." I want to give slight credit. He goes on to say, "I'm going to improve. I'm going to bounce back from this and whatnot." And he didn't really make Johns. And for people who don't know, in the melee community, that's making excuses or whatever. And people were saying that's a John. He was like, "No, I sucked. I'm gonna get better." And I was like, I think that's credit to him. I think that's showing maturity in him, because he used to be the guy that would SD or quit and like get up and be done with it. And now he's like accepting that he sucks against Samus.
And I'm actually super excited for HBox. He's been struggling so many times through so many tournaments
To get first. Because he got second, like, ever.
So he's probably the most consistent smasher, in my honest opinion.
Outside of Armada.
Outside of Armada, yes. Yeah. Outside of Armada, he's the most consistent. But man, it always eluded him. He always was just behind number one at the major tournaments. So
this is probably not the best credit because PAL actually favors Puff.
A little bit.
I don't know if that's not
a huge amount, but a little bit.
I don't know if that's a great correlation, but regardless, he beat Armada twice, which to me is pretty wild.
That's gotta be fucking brutal. And the fact that he finally won something against the number one guy right now, Armada. Honestly, HBox did what he needed to do as a player. Played lame, played super lame, zoned him out, and won. If you have any problems with that, you'll beat HBox. You'll beat HBox.
I mean, yeah, you got it. I'll probably give you the point for this one. I don't know, man.
2 points. 2 points. So our next topic is, should porn and alcohol be advertisers in esports? We're kind of in the Wild West right now. So we have people like YouPorn. Don't look it up, kids. If you're under 18, don't look it up. They're sponsoring a Dota team and Bizarro Flame. He finally got picked up. But one of the biggest things that I've noticed is that a lot of actual streamers do not let him use his name.
Yeah, more notably Gimmer.
Yeah, specifically Gimmer.
So VG Bootcamp.
So one of the big things is that they're not letting him use his sponsor and what he's actually about. So I don't think porn should be in esports. I think alcohol can have a place, much like how alcohol has a place in other sports. I think that porn should be a straight up no-no. I think it brings a lot of stigma to the mainstream media when you're trying to actually grow the esport itself.
That's a very hard topic to talk about because I personally think all of it's okay. Definitely alcohol, definitely like the adult themes. Porn specifically, I think it's all in presentation, right? So they call themselves TYP. They don't say, what they actually are. They are an esports team first, at least that department of whatever. They're like, hey, we're here for esports. And they've never kind of like guided traffic back to them. They've just been like, these are the players that, we would like to represent.
I think if they do it tactfully, I think it'll be okay. But I don't think you can specifically be like, and here's a shout out to YouPorn.
Right.
And be like, check out the link. We'll put it in the description below. We're not going to do that. And then gambling. Honestly, I think gambling is such a weird spot right now. I don't even think it'll even be on the table here in a couple of years, just because there just won't be there won't even be a site to do it at. Because I think FanDuel and DraftKings are probably on their way out pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, from a legal standpoint, they're definitely under scrutiny. But I think it's definitely still got a heyday. Like, it still has probably a year or two left. And, like, Alpha Draft has really stepped up and been that for us. I don't know, man. That's super hard because, like, so for me, right, a person who's over a certain age that's legal enough to do all those things, it doesn't really seem that big a deal. But I also don't have kids, and I don't have the perspective to say, like, hey, this is okay to expose your kid to it. But then on the flip side, like, this is anywhere, right? Like, they have it in movies, they have it in music, they talk about it, and this is what gets famous. Like, this is what gets popular. So just to have this as a sponsor, just to have this as someone who's like adding money to your scene, right? Because in the movies, like, it's just there to sell. To where here, it's, I mean, I guess technically the same premise, but like it's more like, hey, I'm gonna benefit this player, I'm gonna benefit the scene, I'm pouring money into, I guess from a high on, like from a corporate standpoint, like, or like if they're messing with porn and alcohol and stuff like that, like, do we give them money? And I guess it might even be a discussion of like long term, short term. Like, right. Do we skip out on it now for really big sponsors later on? I don't know. I'm not in a position to really make that call. I don't know.
Maybe someday, but right now, I personally don't think we should. He thinks we do. Yeah. We'll see. You decide. Every rap battle's history.
All right. League versus Dota. We've had this discussion forever. It's finally to start settle this. This is for all the points that don't matter.
Wait, what?
Obviously, he's pro Dota. I can't even say the dumb name.
Dota boys?
Yeah. And I'm in League. I've been playing League since preseason 1. You've been playing Dota since Warcraft 3, right?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to start with ease of viewership. League clearly kind of takes the cake with this one, just on how Riot is handling its game. Like, not even about the graphics of the game or any of the intricacies. Like, the way it's promoting it, like, right, it's putting it on a big stage. It's, like, making sure the fans are incorporated. I feel like League is way, way more welcoming than Dota.
I see where you're coming from with that. But, honestly, Dota just has the looks. When you go into Champ Select, you select a hero and it pops up on screen and the hero is moving around, he's doing his thing. You really get to almost feel what the hero is.
Could that be like a presentation, like when basketball, like when they like showcase, like, hey, this is whoever from wherever.
Yeah. So when they're doing like cool, like you almost get to see a little bit of the character behind the hero himself.
All right. So then the alternative to that would be like how competitive Dota is, and like that's like the one thing I've always liked about Dota. Like the depth of Dota is super deep. Like the counter strategies and whatnot. Like it almost seems like if there's something really strong in League, they kind of nerf it or tweak it or like work around it to where Dota like thrives off of it. Like that's their competitive play. And so though I do like that about Dota, I feel like if you're not deep into the game, or at least if you don't even play the game, like it's gonna be pretty hard to keep up. Like football, you throw the football, you catch it, it's done.
Yeah.
Like where Dota is like you throw the football, and if it has a quicksilver sash, you can get out. You can get out of it. But then if you don't have it, then you stun for 3 seconds. But then it's just like, and of course League has that too. But like I think it has a lot more clear, right? The animations make a little bit more sense. You understand that this person, like this skill that came from this person and whatnot. I don't even want to say lack of depth because League definitely has its depth, but I feel like the middle ground of like not completely driven by competitive play, though I love it. Please do not misinterpret that. I love depth, and it's the one knock I will give Dota. And from outside looking in, from a casual perspective, I feel like League would be a little bit easier to get into from like this is entertaining premise.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, if you're not looking at creep stacking, if you're not looking at trying to block camps with wards, which League doesn't have any of that. It's very timer based. Like the camps will spawn no matter what. Yeah. At this time, the waves will spawn no matter what at this time. Whereas Dota, you can like hold the wave back and then make it so you have like 2 waves. But if you've ever seen Dota, like if you ever played Dota, it is 100 times better to watch. In my opinion.
Appreciate it, yeah, for sure.
So I think that's the one thing that League definitely has over Dota is that you can watch League. It's very simple. It's very easy to understand.
All right, so then we'll give. I think the ease of viewership obviously goes to League, right?
100%.
To like understand League is a lot more easier than it is to understand Dota. I think the nod will give to Dota. It's so much more to understand, and I feel like that's rewarding as a spectator if you understand it. So it's easy to get into League, but I feel like Dota could be more rewarding. My question I'll prompt you with then which one of them should be the main esports game?
So for esports, I almost want to say League is better in the long term.
Is that referee? Ref? Where you at, ref? Do we got?
I gotta.
All right, but explain yourself.
So I hate to give you a point. I can show my little sister League and she'll understand it. If I show my little sister Dota, she will have the hardest of times trying to play this game or even just look at it. I think that's the deciding factor. If you could pick up someone off the street and show them both games, I think 9 times out of 10 they will pick League. And that's my big criteria.
Yeah.
Is if you're trying to pick a main esports game, the game that you want to have showcase all of esports.
Sure.
You have to have something that people want to see. People are going to want to see Dota, but after they've already gotten into esports, in my opinion. Do they both have their place? Yes. Should they both still be around? Of course.
For sure.
You have to have competition, otherwise become the NFL. But but I think League wins it, man.
So I guess the underlying question really more so is League should be the gateway.
Yes.
Right? They both deserve a spot because to discredit Dota would be foolish. Dota is a fantastic game and has its own like purpose. But I guess the gateway drug should be League of Legends. Yeah.
I think League wins. I hate it. I'm gonna hide. Goodbye.
Yeah. So we're gonna tally up the scores and then we'll get back to you next Wave Dash to see who won. Obviously, we have to watch for Capcom Cup this weekend, and so the winner will do something silly on the next Wave Dash.
You choose what the loser has to do.
Oh. Alright guys, that's all we have for Wave Dash 6. Thankfully we didn't have a special guest because we could normally sit on our couch and like I love our special guests, but like whenever they come over
we're upgrading the studio.
Yeah,
we definitely need to.
We're upgrading the studio for sure. Other than that guys, we'll see you guys later.
Bye. Peace.
Alright, you get to lead this time. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because you're on that side of the couch. I don't know what that side's about.
Oh shit, you right.
Oh, so I'm super upset because we had to punch these glove thingies, and I can't. You catch me combing my hair, and I can't do it right now. I'm pretty upset. For the are you flipping off the audience?
Yes, I am now. Number one.
You can't. I'm just a Mango fanboy.
Shout out to Mango, still being a buster.
Yo, he got 5th. Get out of here.
Still a buster.
Oh my god, he got 5th.
Plup got 3rd though.
At that tournament?
I hope so. I hope he got 3rd.
I think so.
I really hope he did, because I want to talk so much shit.
Talk to
Because Plup is a god, H-Box a god, Mango's a buster. End of story. You got it.
Yeah.